Okay, I just want to have a little chat about the bolt. It's a very simple design. Take the back cap off, and to take the bolt out, just take that 014 O-ring off the front. That allows you to slide the bolt out the back. So we'll talk about each component of the bolt separately. What we have here, we have a can. On this can, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 021 O-rings there on the outside. All you literally do is pull them off with your fingers and replace them. Internally, what we have from the front of the can, we have 2 white O-rings or cream O-rings. They are 017 polyurethane O-rings. You won't be able to see this inside, but the third O-ring back, that will be an 017. That's a black O-ring. That's an NI70. And from the back of the bolt, internally of the can, there is an 019 O-ring which fits round about this far in. You will need a pick to get it in and out. I'm not going to take these in and out because it's a brand new gun, but they're the O-rings on the can. So to rebuild that, take them all out, grease them up, and put them all back together as the instructions say in the manual, which ones go where. On the bolt guide, you can undo this from the cap, so you can see what we're doing. We have an 011, an 806, another 806 which that just acts as a bumper, and then we have another 017 O-ring just in front of the thread. Again, to rebuild this, take all them off and put the correct O-rings on, and that rebuilds that component. And then on the bolt, there is no O-rings on the bolt except on the bolt tip, and that's an 014. Obviously you can't put that on until it's fully assembled. So what we're going to do, we use Magnalube Dow 55, Eric uses in the US, which is slightly hotter climate than what we're used to here in England. So Dow 55 is having good results with, and we're using Magnalube because it's a little bit colder. Very lightly grease each of these components when rebuilding it. You don't want too much grease and clogging everything up. Just nicely lightly greased. And all we do, we put the bolt in first. What I'm going to do is stick the 014 O-ring back on. That's right. And then literally, I forgot one O-ring. There's an 021 O-ring on the back cap as well. So just screw your bolt guide back into the bolt cap. Tighten it up with your hands, insert it back into the bolt itself, screw it together. Just make sure you don't get a gap here, make sure that's completely screwed up, and give it a good tighten up. That is now ready to go back in to the marker, which we'll do it in any second. Just a quick couple of things to watch out for. If you're leaking down the barrel, there's only 3 O-rings can be the cause of this. That is the 011 O-ring on the bolt guide, or I'll just show you that just to make sure you're all clear. That is this O-ring here, and the other one is the 021 O-ring or the internal 017 O-ring. That's the only cause of air going down the front of the barrel. Just replace those 3 and it'll solve the problems. Unless you've got damage on the bolt, internally on the bore, or externally on the OD, that will obviously cause leaks as well. So just inspect that if you're getting that problem. And that's about it really, just rebuild it. And that can then be put back into the gun, screw it up with your fingers, and that's now ready to go and shoot.